Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Minding Our Business podcast. We have a special guest today, and we are still celebrating women in business. I'm Razzy Dee.
I'm Dr. Kadesha.
I'm Shawna Porter.
Okay, our special guest today is Shawna.
Hey, girl.
Hi, guys.
Hey, so tell everybody what it is that you do.
Well, I am a licensed esthetician, but when people hear esthetician, they just think facials and stuff. I wax. I don't do facials. So I mainly wax and take care. I do facials, but on your vagina. So I do a vagacial, not on your face, but on your vagina. So I'm all things vagina. These teams, waxing, and vagacials.
Vagacials.
Yes.
What made you decide to focus only on the vagina? I don't unless you're like a GYN, I don't know a lot of people that love to focus on the vagina.
It's crazy because this is not what I went to school for. I went to school to learn how to do lashes when lashes became like a big thing. And I was just like, I got it done once. This was in 2016. I got it done once and I was just like, I was working at the post office. I was a mail carrier. I hated it. Worst job I ever had in my life.
Shout out to USPS.
Sorry, y'all. Yeah. But I was like, I need to make more money. What can I do? So I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do lashes. So I started Googling. That's before everybody started certifying people and teaching classes and stuff. And I called a few places like, you need to go to school for your aesthetics license. I was like, I bet. I'm gonna go to school and get my aesthetics license. So I ended up going to school and I'm sitting there like, this is real school. Like, I'm just here to learn how to do lashes. I don't really what? They gave me a textbook. I'm sitting in class. The first week I'm doing facials. I'm just like, so when am I going to learn how to do lashes?
Oh my God.
So I stuck it out. Out of the 5 months I was there, I went full time. Whole summer of 2016. I took time off work. And the whole time I was there, it was 2 days of lashes.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. All of this just to learn how to do lashes. But I need my license because if I don't have my license, then I can't do lashes. That's what I'm thinking in my head. That's before everybody started doing it without a license. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, let me just stick it out. I want to make more money. That was on my mind. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
It ended up, they told me how to wax. Also, waxing was about 2 weeks. And everybody was just so hyped about waxing. I never got waxed before I went to school. So I was just like, okay, wax is fun. This is ripping, doing, and this is kind of
it's fun for you.
I know. I was like, this is kind of okay. And then when I finally got waxed, I was actually the model for the wax class in school.
Oh, wow.
So I had 10 people looking at my vagina while my teacher was like, so you ready? I'm just like, I don't think this is the first time I'm supposed to get waxed. She was like, you'll be fine. I need to teach this class. Come on. So for my first Brazilian wax, I was the model and I had 10 girls in there just looking at my vagina. And it was 15 minutes. It was a good 45 because she had to teach the class. So I was all open. And I was just like, yeah, okay. So after school, I got a job at European Wax Center. I worked there for 3 years. And I was like, but this is not what I really went to school for. I went to school for lashes. So I was like, let me do lashes on the side while I was doing waxing. And come to find out, I hate doing lashes. I was just like, this is so tedious.
Wow.
Every time I had a client after work, I was like, oh God, now I have the client. It's going to take 2 hours. I'm not going to get into bed until 11 o'clock. This is just the worst. So I bumped into this. Look how God works.
That's God. That's God for you. He was like, you got a plan. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Every time you have a plan, God laughs at you like, yeah, okay.
Exactly. Like you think this is
what's
going to happen.
Yeah.
That's
how
so
I got into waxing.
what was it like for you? Like, how did you feel at the moment that you had to bust it open for your entire class? Because I mean, like, this is your first wax. 1, 2, you're African American, so your hair texture is already different.
Yeah, and I was in the city.
I don't know what your class was made up of.
Made up of not me.
Okay, so
of me, but not me.
So how did you feel in that moment? Like, what was running through your mind as you're like, all right, now I have to open my legs and have somebody rip hair off my vagina? Because it's not a pleasant thing to do. I'm sure, like, how? Like, what was running through your mind?
At first I was nervous, so I had to build up the courage. So I'm like, I'm in school all day. First of all, let me go to the bathroom. Let me wipe up a little bit. Let me get that together first before I let me see if I go. There was like a Rite Aid or Walgreens or something close by. I was like, let me go get the Summer's Eve sprays. That's before I do real vagina health. So I was like, let me go get one of those sprays. So I'm busting it open, and it's just not like a woof of stuff that's going on. So I'm just like, let me go do that first. I had to build up. I was like, all right, I smell good, so I should be all right now. Yeah. I'm like, all right. I had to get the courage. And after I took everything off and I laid down, I was like, all right, no. I'm just looking in the ceiling. And I was fine. Like, I'm looking at everybody and they're fine. I'm looking at everybody's face like they face like or not.
Yeah.
And they looked like they were fine. And each time she got to a certain spot, because I was a virgin at waxing. So all my classmates were cool though. That's one thing about my classmates. They were cool. And then I had 2 other classmates that we just really clicked. So I had them also. So every time she got to a part, they're like, oh girl, you're gonna be good for that part. You'll be all right. And then another part, when she got to the labia, they're gonna be like, oh girl, that part gonna hurt. Yeah. So, but I was a G. I think I have high pain tolerance in the first place. Oh. So I kept a straight face. I was good.
First of all, I know when I go to get waxed, I sweat from the rooter to the tutor.
Really?
I'm one of those people that sweat and it just make you hard. It just make it hard for you to wax. Cause you gotta pour the baby powder on top. Just roll me. Cause I'm like, oh.
And that is really the worst thing to do when you're waxed. Like a sweater is like it's like a nightmare to have a sweater. Okay?
Hi, it's me.
Like, hi, it's me. I'm a sweater. It's like because the hair doesn't come out as good because the wax doesn't adhere to the hair when it's wet. So that's why we use a baby powder to dry it up as much as we can and lay that wax as fast as we can to get that hair up. So just like, oh gosh, she sweats. All right, let's do it. So if you feel I'm going over that same spot over and over again, it's because you sweat and we got to get that hair up. And if the hair doesn't come up, then you have to go through the tweezing if the wax is tweezing.
Wow. It's a whole lot of work you got to do.
Yeah.
The thing is, I like the tweezing.
You like the tweezing?
I do.
Oh, I like tweezing. Hurts. Oh Lord.
No,
it depends on how taut you hold the skin though. So it might not be as bad if you hold the skin really taut and you just do a fast tweezing.
Yeah, I think it hurts as much as waxing does. To tell you the truth, the tweezers, I don't think it does.
It don't.
You don't think so? That's pulling the hair one by one by one. Maybe because it's not that much hair.
You know, because usually
it's like 1 or 2 hairs. Yeah.
Like a little.
Yeah. It's like 1 or 2. So it might not be as bad. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but you was actually the first person who gave me my wax.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I know it was so awkward.
I think you told me.
How often do you get clients that's awkward like that?
I don't know if you saw my video I put up recently with my first time clients. Like I'm trying to get into TikTok and reels and stuff. So I get awkward clients all the time. And I just look at them like, first time, it's fine.
I was totally the one who was like, do I have to take everything off?
Yeah, and they try to hide. I'm just like, I'm gonna see everything anyway.
Right.
That's like you go to the gynecologist. Like, you still gotta. I guess the gynecologist gives you a little sheet to put over you so you don't feel as open.
Exposed.
I'm like, girl, lay down in the bed, bust it wide open. Let's go. Let's do it.
My favorite video was the different positions, because like people are just like, all right, like I don't know, like what do I do? And you're like, all right, this is the position. Yeah, we can do it this way. We can do it this way.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like,
I love that.
It's butterfly and knees to chest.
Yeah.
And if I need you to turn over so I can get like the top of your tailbone, then you turn over. Don't give me doggy style position turn over. Don't let me turn around and you on all fours.
Do you get that
like, girl, lay down.
That was in the video. That was in the video. Like,
that happened so much because I think other places do it like that. The first time my sister got waxed, I went with her, but I was like 16. I was in high school, and she's like, "I'm gonna go get a." She's older than me. She's like, "I'm gonna go get a Brazilian wax. And I'm gonna find a good place. I'm going to Soho." So I'm like, "All right, let's go."
Okay, I'm bigger.
Yeah, exactly. So you think you go into the city, they good, right? She went in, she came out like 30 minutes later. She's like, I'm never doing that again. They had me on all fours, doggy style position, ripping from my rooter to the tutor. I'm not, and I made up my mind since then when I was 16. I was like, I'm never getting waxed. Ooh. Look at me now.
Look at you now.
Right? But yeah, I get all type of different positions. People lay on their side. Or I have people who come in for the first time and they want to get a wax and they lay on their stomach. I'm just like, I need the front. Yeah. I need the front part. I turn back over. Thanks.
Wow. What does a vagacial, what does that really consist of? Like, how does that
work? A vagacial is just like a facial. So you get the cleanse, you get the high frequency, which takes, let me start. You get the cleanse first. Let me go in order. You get the cleanse, you get the extractions, you get a mask. That's good for, it depends on your skin type. Then you get another hydrogel mask. And then you get high frequency, which helps ingrown hairs. Like it penetrates your skin to get rid of bacteria that kills all that stuff that causes ingrown hairs. And then you get light therapy, which you could have blue light therapy, that's for ingrowns, red light therapy that tightens the skin, or green light therapy, which reduces the melanin if you have like hyperpigmentation and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so it's just like a real facial. So everything that when you go to your esthetician and she puts on your face, I basically put on your vagina, because that's pretty skin. Your vagina should have the same, like you only get one. Take care of it. You want to take care of it. You want to look pretty. You want to look as pretty as your face.
Self-care, right?
That it's so important. And it's crazy because when you don't realize how important a vagacial is, or even a wax is, until you leave. And then you walk out of there feeling like, all right, where's my $1 million? Like, someone give me, I'm high class. Someone give me my champagne. Where's my $1 million?
Yeah, right.
Why is my car not outside? Like you feel
like real bougie.
Yeah.
Yes, you feel like a new woman. Like, I don't know why everyone doesn't do this like on a regular. Like, y'all need to come on. Come on.
Seriously, like you still shave? Oh, don't do that.
Tacky. Oh, peasants.
Like, all that stubbly. You still giving your man cactus, stubbly, porcupine, vagina? Oh, you cutting him. He cutting him. He hates it there. Respectfully. He hates it there.
I've also seen those detox. What is that about? The beads?
Oh, I don't believe in those beads. You know, I have those beads and I thought about selling them, but I don't like to like sell stuff that I don't try on myself. Okay. And something about it rubs me the wrong way. I don't think they're healthy.
Wait, what's I'm missing out. What's that?
It's like stuff like a detox pearl, like a bead that you put in for like 3 days. And then when you take it out, you see all type of gunk and all type of stuff.
I didn't know you keep it in that long. Oh, okay.
I think you put it for 3 days. You can't have sex. You take it out. And then you put another one in for another 3 days, I think it is. So it's a total of maybe 6 to 9 days that you have to like detox or whatever it is, the detox pearls. And your vagina is already self-cleaning.
Right.
To have that up there, and I don't even know what the ingredients are that's in it. It doesn't, the first I'm going to go is a V-steam.
Yeah.
Which you just need that steam with the herbs and stuff to, cleanse everything. But to actually stick something up there for that long, I don't even stick a tampon up there for that long.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I want organic tampons because I don't even know what that other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I see people do it, and I've heard good reviews and I've heard bad reviews. Some people love it.
Is that something new? I've never heard of that.
Been around for like a few years now. I think I have the pearl sitting in my closet for about 2 or 3 years now.
I think you might. I think it's expired.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm just gonna throw it out because I'm never gonna use it. I'm never gonna use it. But I have people that come to me. I have clients that come to me like, "Oh, girl, you ever tried detox pearls?" And I'm just like, "No." They're like, "It's so good." And I have another client that comes to me like, "Girl, do not use them detox pearls. I got BV from that." Like,
I mean, what people be doing that they need to they need all that reinforcement to what do y'all be doing?
I mean, some people are wild.
You're right. Let me mind my business.
I don't even want to know. No judgment-free zone.
I don't even want to know.
None of my business.
I don't want to know. I'm gonna stay out of it. I don't even know why I asked.
It's none of my business. None of my business.
Right, we minding our business, right?
Exactly. Minding our business. Exactly. Mind the business that pays me.
Exactly. That was a good one. Exactly. Right.
Exactly.
That is nice.
Yes, ma'am.
So how long have you been doing this again? So you said you went to school in 2016?
2016.
So when did you start your business? When did you start your business?
I started my business, including lashes or just waxing?
Just wax.
Just wax. So waxing independently. I left European Wax Center. I was pregnant at the time, so in 2019. So recently.
Okay.
I left recently. I was pregnant at the time. I gave birth early. And at the time I was working at European Wax Center in Long Island.
Okay.
And I gave birth at Methodist in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So I was like, geez, my son is in the NICU. My job is in Long Island. How am I going to, if something happens with him, I can't speed all the way from Long Island to Methodist in 10, 15 minutes. It's just possible. So my fiance, the good man that he is, we had an extra room home, and he was like, don't you want to use the room? You said you want to do lashes, you want to wax. I came home one day for Mother's Day and it was painted, but I still wasn't using the room. So he painted it pink and gold, but I wasn't really using it still because I was like, nobody's really gonna come to my house to get waxed. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But after I gave birth, in September, I was like, you know what? Let me see. Let me try a thing. Let me see if people come.
Look at God.
Yes, I did it, and people were coming little by little. I was like, I could do something in the morning, do a client in the morning, and then go to the NICU, or go to the NICU early morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then come do a 12 o'clock client, and then go back to the NICU. And people were coming, and as soon as the pandemic hit, I had that break. So I was living in the hospital with my son. My son was there for a while. And after the pandemic was over, everybody wanted a black waxer. I was like, oh, yes. Wow.
Yes.
Business is booming. I didn't know this was still happening. People were coming. So I was just like, the pandemic was a little blessing. A little curse, but a little blessing.
And now your schedule is always fully booked, right?
Yeah, now I'm fully booked because when I say I started maybe September fully. So when I look back at my books, that was one of the posts on my page. In October, I went from having only 3 clients for the month to having 100 and something in 2020 for 1 month, 122 or something for 1 month. From October to October, from October 2019 to October 2020. From 3 clients to 122 clients.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, in 1 year. In 1 year.
That's crazy. Well, look at
how much your life can change within,
right.
a year.
That's
or 6 months.
God
you see those posts on Instagram and you don't really believe it, oh, it's not gonna happen. 6 months, it's right around the corner.
Oh
But then
my
when you
God.
really look back, it really like, if you really like stay focused and do what you have to do, even when I had a lot going on, I was like, I gotta get this money. I gotta do it. You know, it's a good thing about women. We know how to multitask. Okay.
Amen to that.
Amen.
We gonna get it done for sure. For sure.
What? I don't know how single mothers do it, but we do it.
Listen,
I'm not single, but I thank God for my fiance every day. But we do it.
God bless you, girl. 'Cause that's a testimony right there for a Black business owner. That's a testimony. So that's good that you shared that with us, and maybe it'll give some people some hope. Like, all right, I'm gonna hold out. Like, I'm not gonna give up. It may not be working now, but you never know what.
You never know what's gonna turn around.
Exactly. So that's a blessing, girl. All right. So when I come to New York, I know who to hit up. I might have to book my appointment now because she's gonna be too booked by the summer.
Just tell me when you coming, girl. I'll squeeze you in, girl.
Thank you.
You know, I'm interested to know also, like, it is like a female-driven career, right? Do they have like men that do waxing? I always wondered that. Like,
that's a good one.
When there was I don't think there's a lot of men that do it. It's not a lot, because I don't know a lot of women that would go to a man to wax them.
You'd be surprised.
You would be surprised.
My gynecologist is a male, and
but even when I was in school and she was teaching the Brazilian class, and there was this gay guy in class, and she's like, "Oh, you want to come learn?" He was like, "No, I don't want to see that." But I bet if it was a straight guy, he probably would have been like, "Yeah." You know how many guys? It's so crazy. You know how many guys was just like, "Oh, you need an assistant? You need."
All for the wrong
I'm like, but you're not thinking about the things that I see. They just think it's just a vagina. I'm like, so you gonna wax them when they on their period? You gonna wax them when they lift their
Wait. Girls come even when they're on their period?
A period don't stop nothing but a sentence, girl. Come on in. Put a fresh tampon in and come and get your wax. You might be a little bit more sensitive, but you get wax on your period.
I've canceled my appointments like 3 times already because of that.
Yeah, no, I won't go in. I don't even want to look at myself when I'm on my period. Oh my God.
I can't.
No,
I mean, I honestly cannot bring myself.
But a sentence.
Nah, I honestly cannot bring myself to, like, it's just too much going on down there around that time for you to be sprawled open and
not me. Tampon is in. We don't see anything unless you don't push it all the way in. Because I have girls that come in and they're like, "Oh, I have my period. I have to cancel." I'm just like, "A period don't stop nothing but a sentence. Come on in for your wax." And they're like, "I've never used a tampon." I'm like, "All right, I'll show you the tutorial of how to do it." And you go in the bathroom.
But it's the truth. No, don't lie. I just started using tampons like last year.
Who really? Are you people? Yes. Who are you people?
I just started using it like last year.
Yeah. Tampons is life. Okay.
Well, now I know that. Exactly. I mean, now I know. You know, but before, no, I didn't even need it. Like, I was like,
but you don't feel it. You don't feel it. Like, it's not.
Well, I never knew that before.
But yeah. Now. It depends on the tampon that you get. I tell them all the time, do not get that cardboard Playtex. I don't know what that is. Go get you some Tampax pearls. I even have it here. If they want it, I have it in the bathroom set up. So you could, you know, put a tampon in, or I give it to them in the room. Or I have wipes for them or something. But tampon is life. You do anything on a tampon.
I don't know. Even to this day, it's like even with tampons, I would just still cancel.
I would cancel too. I wouldn't go to my appointment on my period. Like, that's just.
I think it's just a me thing. I understand.
Yeah.
No, I definitely understand. Because before I started like doing it on my own, and I was going like to my coworkers and stuff to wax, I was just like, never mind, I'm not coming. That's just a personal thing, but some people don't want to pay that, because if you cancel less than 24 hours in advance, it's a cancellation fee. So it's just better if you come in. And I'm not gonna judge you. You come in here, just come in, get it done, go about your business.
Right.
It'll be fine.
It won't
We
be
are our
me.
worst enemies, so we'll credit like. And even though you say that, we probably in our mind like, oh my gosh, what is she doing?
Right.
I just had to
Like,
the other day.
like, oh my goodness.
Sunday. And she just there. I can see it on her face that she's just thinking about it. I'm just trying to talk to her and just make her feel comfortable because she was one of the ones. She never used a tampon. She's like, I had to put my mother and ask her how to put it in because I really didn't know how to put it in. Remind you, I think we're like the same age. I'm 31. And she's like, I never used one. And I'm like, we just talking regular because I can see it on her face. Like she's so uncomfortable. But then once we started talking, she got a little bit more loose. And then she DM'd me after like later on that night. Like, thank you for making me feel so comfortable and something. So, I was like, this is my job, girl. You'll be all right.
I must admit with you.
Vagina, you've seen them all.
I gotta make you feel comfortable. I'm a girl, so I already know.
I did feel comfortable with you, though.
I don't think a man can't do that. That's why I don't think there's a lot of men that do it because I don't think they'll keep a straight face.
But do you get men as customers?
Oh, that's a good question.
For like a Brazilian, like a man-zillion?
Yeah, like a man.
I don't take those. I never did one before, but I really, really, really do want to do one. I'm a little skeptical of doing one because it's so much going on down there. Like it's so stretchy. What am I gonna hold? How do I go about this? And
how professional you're gonna be about it.
Exactly. Like, and I have girls DM me. They're like, "Oh, can you like really just take my boyfriend? Like, could you just because he wants to do it?" And I'm just like, I want to do it, but I want to tell her she has to come with it. So I don't feel too comfortable.
Yeah. And then
like what if he starts getting hard in my hand?
Fiance thing.
Oh,
he's like, no. He's like, definitely not. You're not doing it. Like he's like, what do you want to see? Just dicks? I was like, I'm doing a job. I'm doing vaginas. So what do I want to see? Vaginas? Like, it's a job. He's like, no. But I think I'm gonna try to do one. I told him already. I was like, I'm gonna try to do one just so I know for myself that I can do it.
I might send somebody your way.
You got to come with them.
All right, so it'll be in the summer when I come back to New York.
Yeah. I'm here for it. I really do want to try. I even was looking at my fiance the other day, TMI, while I was like down there, and I was like, I kind of could do this. Like,
why don't you practice on him? Why don't you practice? Tell him to let you practice.
He would never. He would never. I do the little hairs on his chest. Like I did it like twice. And he was such a big baby about it. He was not going to let me do it. He would never. But I was just looking the other day and I was just like, if I hold it this way, and I do that, and I do that.
That would be interesting.
Like, it looks like, and then I let him hold like certain parts. Like, I could do
maybe
this.
That's a good idea. Yeah, you have them hold,
my
right?
teacher that did my wax, she did manzillions. So she was like, I was like, what do you hold? Because that was one of my questions. Like, where does your hand placement? Like, what do you do? It's a lot going on down there. And she was just like, I let them hold. I don't hold anything. So I let them hold like taut and tight and, because the skin has to be tight for you to, hold. So I was like, okay, I think I could. Little YouTube video. I can get it.
Yeah, I think you could do it. I think that'll be great because like these men, they want you to do all of this stuff, have your vagina looking great, but they don't even spend 5 seconds on themselves.
Exactly.
So, like, I need you to go with me. Oh, we gonna do a double appointment. Like
that's a fact. You don't want hair in your teeth. I don't want hair in mine.
Exactly. Like inconsiderate.
Hello, like we gotta get it done together.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to. All right.
I'm not asking for you to be bald. Like, they don't have to be bald. It's just like a little cleanup.
Like a nice little
like a little shape up.
Little wax.
I would like a little shape up. Yes.
Oh, shape it up. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Like how girls can leave a landing strip or something.
Got
you can leave
a
little something. Like clean up the sides. Like you don't have to be like all peasy. You're not all peasy. Yeah, we can do that. Like a little cleanup.
So what is it that you recommend? Like even after waxing, what do you recommend? Like Like it's for like exfoliations and.
Oh, I have my little aftercare cards actually that I give out to all my like first timers that come in. So after you get a wax for 24 hours, it's no hot showers, no gym or exercise, no tanning or sunbathing, no swimming, no shaving, absolutely no shaving whatsoever. It sucks. It's ghetto. Don't do it. And you exfoliate two to three times a week. So you can either do a dry brush, exfoliating glove. I also give all first timers an exfoliating glove to take home. So they can start exfoliating 24 hours. You don't do it the same day because you don't want to waxing is exfoliating. So you don't want to over exfoliate your skin. So you either use a sugar scrub, salt scrub, exfoliating glove, dry brush. Some people say use like a one of those little cheap rags that you get that you bathe with, and you exfoliate. You always want to exfoliate in the same direction that I wax, which is the direction that your hair goes in. So you want to like do like this, that side, and like for a good 2 minutes, and you should be good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I know they say like waxing for African American women. So what I heard was that if African American women are more likely to get ingrown hairs from waxing because of the texture of the hair is coily. So when it grows back, you get like, the ingrown hairs popping in very curly. So what do you recommend to kind of avoid that from happening? Like, is exfoliating the only thing, or is there like something else that women could do?
Exfoliating might be the only thing that you can do to you might have to exfoliate just a little bit more than the average person. Yeah. Because you want to make sure you remove that dead skin so that coily hair doesn't get stuck underneath the skin if that dead skin is there. It's just not, it doesn't have that breathing air to come up.
Yeah.
So we most likely have to do it, if you're going to do it twice a day, 2 to 3 times a week, you can. But I don't want you to over exfoliate your skin. So I always say start out with only once, 2 to 3 times a week. If you feel like your skin could handle twice a day, 2 to 3 times a week, then you could do it like that. But sometimes it's just, especially when you're a first time waxer as an African American, it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And sometimes if you've been doing it for so long, and all of a sudden on month 29 that I got my wax, my 29th time, I never got an ingrown hair before, and now I'm getting ingrowns. Your hormones might be out of whack 1 month.
Got it.
And it's just like, all right, this one time I got ingrown, so let me do a little bit more self-care, or let me book a Vagacial to like get it under control, and she maybe could extract whatever that's trapped underneath the skin and stuff like that.
That's good to know, because I had that issue the first time, like the first few times getting waxed, and I was like, this is supposed to stop my ingrown hairs, and I'm getting more ingrown hairs. This is crazy. And I was going to European Wax Center, so they were offering all these different chemicals to use to avoid. And I'm like, this is for white people. It's not for me. It's not gonna work. So I was like, don't give me this crap. Like somebody needs to, like, we need to fix this. Like, what's happening? And then I stopped for a while, and someone like, kind of explained to me like, all right, no, you may have to just exfoliate a little bit more.
Yeah, because their exfoliators are not as abrasive.
Right.
Yeah, and for the 3 years I worked there, I never used any of their products because I just didn't think it was for us. Yeah. So I was just like, go home and make your own sugar scrub.
Yeah.
And do what you have to do down there. Maybe put a little lemon in it because we have a little hyperpigmentation.
Yep. Yeah.
Put some lemon in it, little turmeric, maybe.
Do a little turmeric and honey. And
and your exfoliation?
Stay away from coconut oil. Coconut oil is not good. I know people live by coconut oil, but it clogs your pores. So you want to do maybe a tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is very good for ingrowns. Lavender oil.
I use tea tree oil.
Yeah, lavender oil also because it's antifungal, antibacterial. So tea tree and lavender are my 2 main staples of oil to put in your exfoliators. And aloe, if you want to do like an aloe gel or you want to use a real aloe plant, aloe is good for everything.
I got an aloe plant growing like a wild bush on my balcony right now. If anybody needs aloe.
Girl, I use aloe in my hair. I love me some aloe.
Yes.
I love me some aloe. I have a tea tree and aloe gel that if I see one of my clients have ingrowns, I don't put the aftercare oil on them. I put the tea tree and aloe gel on instead. Just
well,
so we can
that's good to know. So we know how to like treat our vaginas after a wax, because it's important. I feel like a lot of people get the wax, they're excited about it, but they don't know how to maintain it or how to like keep their skin looking nice. It's just like, oh, we've got it done. Okay, great. And they move on. So that was good to know, like, you know, what oils we should use to kind of keep our skin looking good, avoid ingrown hairs, and what exfoliants, if exfoliating is good, how often we should do it. So that was good. That's good to know, especially for me.
Yeah. But even if, and that's also good, and you have to come once a month. Consistency is key. You can't come this month and say, all right, that was cool, I'm gonna go to shaving. That's what I did. That's what I did the first time I got waxed. Because I was like, all right, it was cool or whatever, but I think I can shave. And I went back to shaving. And I got so many ingrowns. I was just like, oh no, what the hell did I do to my vagina? No. I messed it up. I was like, I don't know. Like, what happened? And
but you know what go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
And I went back to like waxing after I shaved, and it hurt so bad. I was just like, I'm never doing this ever again. Because that hair comes back so much thicker, which I didn't really know. Like, I wasn't paying attention really to waxing. You said that's the who?
I thought that was a myth, that your hair can grow back thicker down there. Like your hair. It's the truth.
It's true. And hair gets thick and coarse. So when people come to me, like they come to me 1 month and they wax, and then they come back like 2 months later, and I feel like their hair, because I know the difference between shaved hair and waxed hair. And I'm like, oh, you shaved? They're like, I know. I just use Nair. Same thing. It's not wax. You still did something else to that hair that you weren't supposed to do.
Right.
Because when you wax, you pull that hair from that root. So it comes back thin. So each time you pull it up, it either comes back thin or it comes back really sparse. Like it's not as much hair. So we're trying to kill hair follicles here. We're trying to stretch hair. Instead of coming every 4 weeks, I want you to come every 6 or every 8 or every 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we can tell. You can tell that. So it's true. When you shave, that hair comes back thicker. You can hear it. Like if you even rub on your hair, you can hear that shh, 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 that little coarse. You can hear it.
We're gonna start a band. You're gonna be the scratcher man.
Right.
You're gonna be the scratcher man with the scratcher. I'm gonna come with the bottle and the yes. That's bad. No, I'm a victim. I'm not a victim. I'm one of those people that wait months before I wax again. Like, because like hair doesn't grow as I get older, hair doesn't grow back on my skin as like on my body as much. So I shave my legs like every other month. Like my arms doesn't get hairy. Same for my vagina. So like I would go months without waxing, months without even if I have to shave, it's like I could wait. 2 months will go by and I'll be fine. I'm like, all right, now it's time to like do something about it. So like there'll be times I get a wax. Let's say I get a wax in January. I'll probably have to shave once in between and then go back in June. And I'm like, all right, now I need a wax. But I think I'm getting old and the hair just don't want to grow. So it's just like
people want to be just like you.
And I was a hairy person. Like when
really?
I'm telling you, like hairy. I don't remember the last time I shaved my arms, but it's been a while and I have no hair on my arm. Like my legs, I was a super hairy person. I don't know what happened, but the hair is just not growing back. Like,
see, I'm not as hairy. I only have hair on my head. I just got microbladed. I didn't have hair on my brows. Only my head and my vagina. That's the only place I had hair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I never shaved my legs before. I never shaved my arms. Now I wax my arms because when the sunlight hits it, now I see like little tiny little like, no, let me wax that.
I love that though. You know, honestly, the hair on my arms, I love. Like I'm extra hairy. And I just love this, exactly what you just said. When the sunlight hits, I think that's the most to me. I know.
Really?
To me,
That was me also. That was me
Yeah.
also until someone was just like, "You're really hairy," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
But on my legs, yeah, I'll take that off. Yeah, my legs, my arms, down there, yeah. But my arms, I just love it.
I think I only waxed my legs once, and I was a model at European Waxing for a new waxer, and I was like, oh, I don't have hair on my legs, but you can practice laying strips if you want on my legs. But I don't really have. I'm not a hairy person, so I don't know if I'm a good candidate for me to be a waxer since I'm not hairy. But like, you know how this feels. I know enough. I know it hurts. You'll be all right.
What are your thoughts on laser hair removal?
I love laser hair removal, actually. I love it. I mean, it's not permanent. So most of the people that I do get that do laser, they end up coming back to waxing because it's not a permanent thing. So your hair might come back within, everybody's different. So I have people who come back after a few months, like, oh yeah, that did not work for me. Or after a few years, like, okay, my hair, I did laser hair a few years ago, but now my hair is like coming back real thin. But they don't want to pay that extra money again to redo it, so they just wax. So it all depends on the person and their genetics or how their hair grow. But I like laser hair removal. I actually did laser hair removal at one point. I did about a couple of sessions, but my hair did come back. So now I just wax myself. Just take it over. And that's why I did it. That's why to get my hair thinner. So I couldn't get an appointment. Still can't get an appointment with a waxer because everybody's booked. So I did laser hair removal just to thin my hair out just a little bit so I can manage it. Because waxing myself is a task.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah. So when that hair is thick and long and you got to wax yourself, yeah, all type of positions, girl.
Wow. How? Like I couldn't even just knowing that I'm about to inflict pain on myself. I couldn't. The
first time I did it, I was working at European and I was in my room. I was like, oh, I got an hour break. I don't have somebody next for an hour. Let me try to wax myself. First decision I ever made. I was in that room all right, 1, 2, 3, and could not pull. I counted down to 3 times. I counted to 3 at least 6 times until I called my coworker could you come take this off for me because I can't do it. And then I tried again a few months later and I was just 1, 2, 3. No. But then I actually did it. And then I did it. I was like, all right, it wasn't that bad. But then I did the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, even though I knew it wasn't that bad, but I did it. So I learned how to wax myself throughout the years.
No, I couldn't. I'd still be counting 1, 2, 3 to this day. To this day, I'm still counting all right, we gotta get this wax off right now. That's crazy. No, I couldn't.
Yeah. It's hard. You gotta be in the difficult positions. It's a lot of positions you gotta.
I mean, I can imagine because even when I shave, I be in the shower
exactly like this.
Yes.
You gotta get real flexible, girl. Real flexible.
And I don't stretch, so I can't be doing that.
That's a fact. Because I literally tried to wax myself last week, and it's been a while since I did it. And I did the top part. I was supposed to go to the labia, and I was just like, yeah, we're not doing it.
Exactly.
I gave up. I was like, yeah, I can't do it.
No, we just gotta have a little patch right here.
Yeah, we're going. Just a little style today, a little landing strip. It's all right. I'll just trim it out with the scissors. He'll be all right.
That's it. He'll be okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I do recommend. If it's been a while since you waxed and you don't want to shave, use scissors. Don't shave. Don't use a little buzz cut. Don't use a nair or V or anything. Just trim it down with little scissors. You'll be fine. At least your hair is still that texture that you need it to be.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm guilty for the buzz cuts. I'll get it down. I'll use sometimes. That's when I'm on my period and I can't get to get wax. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just use my clippers. So I get it down just low enough to where, you know, it's not gonna give me any bumps or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing my fiance let me do to him is the buzz cut.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, you too grown for this. Let me wax you. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's gotta let you do that. He's gotta let you do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to smoke it. I think
Get him drunk. Get him
drunk.
drunk.
That's what I was about to say. I gotta get him a little drunk. Okay? Get him some Henny. That's his favorite. Get him a little Henny. Get a little drunk.
Yes. And he's like, babe, come, let me try something real quick.
I mean, you're gonna be like, why we going to your work room? It's not real quick. Come here real quick. And hurry up and lay the wax on it so he can't move. I gotta take it off now. Like, you just gotta relax. I gotta take it off. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, right? No choice there.
I get a divorce before I'm even married.
So if
He gonna be like, oh no, it's the setup.
All right, wait until after the altar and then do it.
and then do it, right?
Yeah, we need to get married, sis.
Right? We basically married. We've been together for so long, we already married, girl.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. We're gonna get married this year though, on our 10th year.
That's a good topic for another show. You know, these long proposals. I said that's a good topic for another show. These
I know.
long proposals, yeah.
Yeah. I think if he asked me a few years back though, I'll probably be like, I'm in my 20s. I don't know if I want to be tied down yet. I don't know.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Yeah. I'm 31. Nobody else want me. So come on. I'm joking, babe. I'm joking, babe.
It'd be like that though. Really
Okay.
do. It'd be like that. Okay. So tell everybody how they could get in touch with you if they want to schedule an appointment or if they want to keep in touch with what you got going on. How can we connect with you?
You could connect with me on Instagram. My name is chin.didit. CHIN.didit on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter, but I don't really use Twitter. I'm too old for all these social medias, first of all.
I'm with you.
I just stick to the one. You can call me, text me, 347-821-9264. That's 347-821-9264. That's my work phone, which is always on. I got a work phone so I wouldn't be on it all day, but people text me at like 1 a.m. and I'm still there like, yeah, girl, but you didn't want to wait for this if I don't have anything. So I'm still on it. So you can text me anytime. If I don't answer that night, I'll definitely do it in the morning. But on Instagram, my link is in the bio, the booking link or whatever to book an appointment. So everything is there on my Instagram. So the best place to reach me is my number and Instagram.
Yeah, so it was a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you guys. I love this.
Yes, this is awesome. This was good. This was like good vibes. This was good.
Right? This is a little good convo.
Yes. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all the work that you're doing. Keep it up. Thank you for that testimony. I hope somebody else is able to receive it and know that just wait it out. If you're passionate about it, just keep doing it and your time will come. So
don't give up. It don't matter how many people doing it. Walk down the water aisle. Something as simple as water. We have a million different water brands.
Mm-hmm.
And they all out here making money. Okay?
Exactly.
One person can't have everybody in New York.
Exactly.
The one customer that's for me, probably not for you. Or the one person that's for you, probably not for me. All right, well, everybody's not going to mesh with me the same way they mesh with you. Right. Go ahead. Go do you. Go get this money, okay?
That's the most important thing. We all got to make this money, and you just got to be motivated to do it. So I'm happy to hear your testimony. I'm happy that you're doing well, and I know you're gonna be booked and busy after this. I gotta make my summer appointment now.
I got you, girl. I got you. Text me on the side.
All right. When I figure out when I'm coming to New York, I'm gonna make my appointment that same day because I gotta get in.
Mm-hmm. Where are you located? Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Miami right now, but you know,
Miami?
sometimes
I
I'll
was
pop
just
in.
talking to my fiance, like, because I'm so over New York, low key. And I really do want to move. I just don't know where I want to live yet. Because I'm such a New York girl. So.
Yes.
And
Yes.
everywhere
No, I
else is
know.
so slow. But if I'm gonna buy a house, I feel like I want it to be in somewhere hot. I can't.
Yeah.
Buying a house in New York is just like with the snow.
I mean,
Too
the one thing about Miami is that you will always be busy because it's always beach season. We get like a few weeks, maybe like the entire January where people are out of commission, and maybe some of February. But for the rest of the year, it's just everybody's in a bikini all the time.
That is true.
I would suggest Fort Lauderdale because Miami is not for us. I would suggest Fort Lauderdale. Like if you look at Hollywood, Pembroke Pines, like that area, if you decide to go down, I would stay over there because Miami, if you ain't single.
My people over there anyway, Jamaicans. My people over there in Pembroke Pines, Fort Lauderdale and stuff.
Yeah. So go head in that direction because it ain't. I live by the beach. It ain't that like.
No.
And they don't like me because I'm from New York anyway. So
nobody likes anybody from New York. You know that's crazy.
Oh, wow.
They don't. They like,
oh, too straightforward.
You're so demanding. You're so like that. And I'm like, we just got to get things done. I don't got to.
Exactly. We got to go. Even when we don't have anywhere to go, we got to go.
We got to go. I have places to be. My bed is calling me. Let's go. Come on, everybody.
That's a fact.
So, I mean, I would say go up there.
Yeah.
Think about it. Don't make no hasty decisions. Think about it.
It's a change of scenery.
It's a big move.
Yeah.
It is.
And this was fun, guys. I love this.
Yes, it was. It really was. Long time though. It's been time waiting for real, right?
I know.
Thank you so much for coming on.
You are very welcome.
Yes, we need to have you on again.
Yes.
Anytime, let me know. I'm here. Slaying these vaginas.
Vagina slayer.
The vagina whisperer, right?
Schedule your appointment with the vagina slayer.
I have so many different names for my clients. Like, oh, you're the pum pum fairy. You're the vagina whisperer. You know, it's like I'm all type of stuff, right?
The pum pum whisperer, like
right.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I love this.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this week's episode of Minding Our Business podcast. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. I know I did. I learned a lot. Now I know what I got to do. But we'll definitely see you next time on Minding Our Business podcast. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Bye.
Thank you.